Alright class, today we're going to look at writing quadratics from solutions. And if you look at our picture here, remember our solutions are just our zeros, our roots, and our x-intercepts. They all mean the same thing. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to start from the end, essentially, and work backwards. So here we go. Our example that we're going to be working out today gives us our two solutions as x equals 3 and x equals 4/5. Alright, so you might be thinking, okay, well if I already have my solutions, why do I need to write the equation? Well, sometimes you're asked to work backwards so you fully understand the process, right? So, I'm going to take my two solutions, and my first step is going to take my solutions, and I'm going to create my two factors using those solutions. Now, for the most part, we can just think, okay, go opposite, right? So if I have a x equals a positive 3, then my factor should be x minus 3, because I'm thinking opposite, right? But the math behind that is supported like this. So if I have x equals 3, I actually want to get that 3 back to the x. So in doing so, I subtract 3. Well, 3 minus 3 equals 0, and I'm left with x minus 3. So that's where that opposite comes from, right? I just do the opposite to get it back to the other side. So one factor is going to be x minus 3. And then I do the same thing over here. I subtract 4/5 on each side. 4/5 minus 4/5 gives me 0, and that leaves me with x minus 4/5. So I have my two factors, x minus 3 times x minus 4/5. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch up colors as I go to the next step. So step 2, I'm going to take my two factors, x minus 3 times x minus 4/5, and I'm going to go ahead and do my bottoms up rule. So I'm going to see that x minus 3, I don't have anything in the bottom. I don't have a denominator, so I can look past that. But over on the other side, I have x minus 4/5. So I'm going to take that 5, and I'm going to move it up in front of my x, and that's going to give me x minus 3 times 5x minus 4. Now, from that step right there, all I'm going to do is I should recognize that I just have a binomial times a binomial. Alright, so I can either use my crab claw or my box method. In this case, I'm going to use crab claw. X times 5x leaves me 5x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x, so I'm going to put minus 4x in its place. And now negative 3 times 5x is a minus 15x. And last but not least, negative 3 times negative 4 is our plus 12. Alright? And then step 4, our final step, is to write this into standard form, which really is just combining like terms. So I'm going to switch colors once more so we get to our final answer. And the only thing here that I can combine is our negative 4x and our minus 15x. And that comes down as a negative 19x. Our 5x squared is going to come down, and our plus 12 is going to come down. So we have 5x squared minus 19x plus 12. And that is the process we follow to write an equation, a quadratic equation, in standard form from our solutions.